All right, welcome back, guys. Now, in this one, we're going to work on the functionality to edit a product. I think I should probably expand this guy. Okay, great. So just to edit a product. So the process of editing a product, when you click on this edit button, what happens is that we're going to fetch that product and display it on the form. So as you can see here, we've gotten the details of that product and it's been displayed on the form, right? And then when you change anything about this product and save the product, it will update itself, and then you're going to get the updated version in the home page. So that's basically what the edit functionality is. Now it's very similar to what we did when we added a product to the database. So hopefully we can be a little bit faster with this one. So I'll come here to my code editor, and first off we're going to create the Redux functions that will handle the edit functionality. So here I'll come first to product services, which is right here. So in the product services, I think I will just duplicate the last one I did, which is to get product. So let me just duplicate that, and then I'll just change my comment here to update product. Great. Now we need to change this as well to update product. So what do we want to do when we update a product? Well, there are two things we're going to need. The first, we need to have the ID of that product we want to update. Then we need to now send the form data with which we want to update that product. So those are the two pieces of information we need to update the product. All right, so response axios.get, no, we're going to use axios.patch, just like we did when we were building out the back end. So axios.patch, and now here it's not just going to be the API URL, because now we have to attach this ID. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just put this in a backticks. So I'll just say backticks like this. Okay, great. Then I would wrap this around curly braces and then just add my dollar sign in front, so it will identify this as a variable. Then also I would append the ID. So the way you append the ID is just come here and then just have another string interpolation syntax here, and then just add your ID inside. Okay, so now I can get rid of all of this. Sorry, not that backticks. So after this I can just I'll add a comma, then I'll now add the form data. So this is the form data we're going to send to update the product. So that's about it for the URL. Of course, we want to return response to data, which is the value of the updated product. Then lastly, let's make sure we export this update product in our product services. So I'll just come down here and just say update product rather, and then I'll save. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to come to the product slice, and then we'll create our async function to fire that update product request. So I'm going to come down here to the last one we did was to get a single product. So I'll just duplicate this get a single product request here. I'll duplicate it down, and of course I'm going to change it here to update product. Now let's make some changes to what we have inside. So let's start by changing the name of the function. So this is going to be changed to update product. Now also we're going to change this name here as well to update product. So let me just okay. So now when we want to update our product, remember we said that we're expecting two things, the ID and the form data. So instead of just having only ID here, we're going to wrap this around curly braces. So that's an object. Then we'll now have the ID and the form data. So we're making progress. So we want to await product services dot update products. Then we want to send it the ID, comma, and the form data. So this is what we need to do to update. I'm just looking at it a second time. Yeah, so that's all we need to do to fire the function to update the product. Now the next piece of action we need to do is to handle the pending, fulfilled, and rejected states. So I'll just come down to my extra reducers here. Let's see the last one we did, which is for get product. So let's scroll up. I'll remove this semicolon first, then I'll scroll up to where we started, which is the pending. Okay, great. So now let's just highlight it downwards here, and then I'll just duplicate it. Okay, now that I've duplicated it, I'm going to change this function here. So instead of get product, I'll just highlight it and change it to update product. So the last one, and then I'll just highlight and then paste in the update product function. Yeah, so let's take it from the top. So first off, when we try to update the product, that's when it's pending. Let's set our state to loading to true, which is okay. Now let's look at the second one. When it's fulfilled, loading is set to false, is success true, error if there's any previous error from any other thing, we set it to false. Then I'm just going to toast a notification that says product updated successfully. So this states.product I did here, well, I don't need to do it. So let's just say toast dot success, and this is just going to say product updated successfully. Aha. Then what about if there was an error and the process is rejected? Well, first off, we set is loading to false as well, is error to true, state.message to action.payload, and then we just toast the error. So that's about it for the process we need. And I think here I can just add a return. And the reason why I'm adding a return is that when I was building the original project, I was getting multiple errors. I don't think it's necessary. Anyway, let me just remove the return. If we get any kind of error that recurrently repeats itself, we'll just come back here and debug it. So let's just save and keep things consistent, just like the others. Then we'll just, okay, I'm trying to save. Okay, yeah, so it's saved now. So now in the next video, we'll now build out the edit product component and then call this function from that component. All right, see you in the next one then.